And welcome back to the Blockchain Hackathon in Groningen, organized by the Blockchaingers. We're in the midst of the hackathon right now. It is truly buzzing around us. And I'm joined now by Blockchain Jedi, Simon Stone. Simon, welcome.
Hi there, thanks.
Tell us a bit about what you do.
So I'm the lead engineer for the developer experience for IBM Blockchain, and what that means is that I spend most of my time focusing not on the nuts and bolts that underpin the blockchain technology like consensus and ordering, but I focus more on how developers can get up and running and building blockchain solutions.
Okay, about that, blockchain has been notoriously difficult to work on because it was new technology. It's not all JavaScript. It is challenging, but I think we've seen a lot of development in the ease of use for developers as well. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so over the last year or so, a lot of clients and people have been getting up and running with blockchain use cases. They all have great use cases, and we've seen them build POCs, and there are several production projects out there as well. But taking on all the feedback that we've had from clients, we've been working on an open source framework in conjunction with the Linux Foundation Hyperledger project called Hyperledger Composer, which is a framework to sort of get away from the technical underpinnings, but focus more at the business use case level and use that to easily build blockchain solutions and generate RESTful APIs and even generate end-user applications.
So it becomes easier to use because there's less technology to directly interact with, or?
No, more that where people have use cases for blockchain, they have a very good knowledge of how the business fits together. So what are the assets and the participants and the transactions that are occurring in their business use case? And instead of trying to map that to the underlying blockchain platform, what Hyperledger Composer allows you to do is stay at that business level. You describe the assets, participants, and transactions that you have. You focus on the little bits of business logic that are important, and you get to forget about the boring things like data validation and error handling, and we'll just take care of that for you. And that's really important for a hackathon like this, where there's a very small period of time to get something up and running, and we hope that teams in the hackathon will use Hyperledger Composer to accelerate their blockchain projects.
I understand. So about this hackathon, you probably took part in a number of other hackathons. How does this one compare so far?
This one is definitely the biggest hackathon that I've ever attended. It's incredible the number of people that are here. Not just technical folk, but I've met a few business folk, a couple of lawyers as well. So it's a really promising hackathon, and it looks like everyone is underway and getting cracking on their projects already.
Because it is not just technology.
Yeah, no, the technology is really just a small part of the overall improvements from blockchain. A huge focus should be on the business side of things. That's where the big improvements will be, because blockchain is about solving business-to-business problems.
Right. So, about your role, you're a blockchain Jedi.
Yes.
During the hackathon.
I don't have a lightsaber or a cloak, I'm afraid.
It is a Star Wars reference. What is the role of a Jedi?
The Jedis are here to help the hackathon participants build their projects. So there are lots of different types of Jedi for all of the different aspects of a blockchain solution. I'm a more technical Jedi. I'm here to help with any problems that the hackathon participants might have with either Hyperledger Fabric or Hyperledger Composer. Those are the open source projects that I have experience of, or the IBM blockchain platform. So we have functionality and free plans that allow the developers to get up and running on the IBM cloud free of charge.
Have you encountered a lot of difficult questions so far?
Not yet, and I think at this stage the participants are still sort of in the planning stage. They're mapping out their use cases and what they're trying to build. I imagine over the next couple of days it will get really busy, and we'll get some tough problems.
This is the silence before the storm, perhaps.
Yeah, yes, the calm before the storm.
Right,
yeah,
the calm
certainly.
before. There you go. There's the mix-up between Dutch and English, taking its toll. So, what are you expecting for as typical questions?
I think a lot of the getting started stuff will have been got out of the way. Yesterday there were masterclasses around Groningen. I know certainly IBM ran one covering Hyperledger Composer development. So I'm hoping a lot of the people that are looking to use those technologies are already up and running with a local developer environment. But as they start progressing their solutions, they'll have more questions around how do I implement this bit of business logic in Composer, or how do I generate a secured REST API, and those are the kind of things that we're here to answer and help along.
You're doing this while working at IBM, which is a global company. Do you have any perspective on how other countries perhaps take on blockchain right now?
We certainly see a lot of demand for blockchain knowledge and use cases all around the world. IBM has client engagements taking place everywhere on the planet at the moment. And we have blockchain garages around the world where people can come in and start first projects in conjunction with IBM.
So it's not just a Dutch thing.
It's not just a Dutch thing, but there is certainly a massive buzz about blockchain in the Netherlands, which is really great to see.
Okay. Will you be doing some coding yourself?
I have been doing some coding, actually. I've been doing some work on the Hyperledger Composer project. I've got a few bugs and issues to work my way through in between questions.
So you're definitely not bored in the meantime?
I'm not sitting there doing nothing, no, that's for sure.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us now. Good luck with answering all the questions and helping the teams improve or build their products. And I'm really looking forward to their end results on Sunday.
Yes,
and
me too.
I hope they'll make you proud.
Yeah, same.
Thank you, Simon.
Thanks. Great to see you again.
Enjoy. Beer. So we'll be right back after this, but stay tuned because we'll have content coming from this live stream with regards to the Blockchain Hackathon all weekend long. And we will be joined by other interviewers as well, so you won't see my tired old face all the time. Stay tuned.